Hi, my name is Venus O'Hara and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about porn addiction. Dun dun dun! I received this message the other day from a girl who says, "Hi Venus, I'm wondering how to help my boyfriend with his porn addiction. And he's been clean for a couple of months, but he struggles to maintain an erection before sex, especially when putting on a condom. He lost it in seconds and I was lying there naked, which felt awful. He is genuinely doing well and wants to never go back, but the fact that he struggles with fantasizing and often has these clips pop into his mind when with me, it hurts so much. Any advice?" Okay, thank you so much for your message. And I understand completely. And if any of you follow my work, you will know that I'm probably not a pro-porn person. I wouldn't say I was anti-porn either, because I don't believe in forbidding anything really. It just kind of makes it more attractive, which is not the objective. But I believe that it's not the highest expression of sexuality, let's put it that way. I think there are other ways to celebrate sexuality. The other day I actually watched a debate with some porn stars, and one porn star, who I won't mention, said that if you were pro-sex, you're pro-porn, and I thought, that is such a load of absolutely not. I am definitely pro-sex, definitely about sexual empowerment, but I definitely don't think that has anything to do with porn. I've intuitively, instinctively rejected it all my life, and I understand completely the situation. When I lost my virginity, my first boyfriend bought some porn magazines in front of me. Magazines! Imagine that. That was really, we're talking old school here. And I felt incredibly insulted. I thought, why aren't I enough? Why aren't I enough for you? Whereas now, it wouldn't really bother me that much if someone I was with was watching porn on the side, even though they know I don't like it. I don't think I would care so much, because obviously, well, I don't think, although as long as it wasn't an addiction, scenario, but if it was something that happened from time to time, I wouldn't really care. But back then, I just didn't understand it, because when I was in love, so in love, I thought, this person is everything to me. I get all of my sexual stimulus from this person, and it's not reciprocated. I'm not enough for that person, and it really felt awful. However, that was maybe 20 years ago, and porn has changed a lot since then, and what I was intimidated by back then seems artistic now. It's very shocking. So I can understand that finding all this kind of like what's mainstream porn is just absolutely crazy. There's so many types, of course, but what we see on a kind of mainstream porn site on the homepage is already quite shocking. And to think, for me, I don't know what shocks me more, what I see on the screen or the fact that people get turned on by that. I find that possibly the latter more disturbing, especially if it's someone you're having sex with and you think, it's not the same type of sex. Are they going to get off on this in the same way? So I think it's a very tricky situation. But from what you're saying in this message, it seems to be something that he wants to do, and that's the most important thing. I don't think it's a good idea to make your partner feel like a pervert or an animal or whatever for whatever their sexual tastes might be. I think it's important that if they do want to give up porn, that they're doing it because they realize themselves that it's not a good thing. I believe porn kind of dumbs down your sexuality. It's not liberating at all. It's just really dumbing you down, and sexual energy is the most powerful energy that exists. But if you're just kind of getting horny and just masturbating to porn, then it's kind of losing the power, I think. But it's very good that he is obviously wanting to get over it. A couple of resources that I like. I think there are lots of resources online. If you look for NoFap in YouTube, you'll find lots of experiences from people who are going through a similar situation, and I find that's really empowering. Actually, there are lots of videos explaining the advantages of giving up porn and how it can actually really improve your sex life. So I think that maybe 2 months is quite soon, but I think you will definitely reap the benefits in time. And I think if it would be good to help your boyfriend by looking up some no-fap content. Another account that I follow on Instagram is Fight the New Drug, which is a really cool kind of porn kills love platform with lots of information about porn and lots of information from former addicts as well. So it's very, very, very interesting. And they're not religious at all, so that's something that you could look into. You can watch. There's lots of resources out there now, I think, and that could be something that could help you. And about the condom thing, it's really normal, porn or not, for the condom moment in sex to be awkward, so don't worry about that. I think it's really, really, really normal. I think unfortunately when the man, it does seem to be something that can interrupt the flow of things from foreplay to penetration, and for this reason I prefer to put the condom on the male myself, because I know that way that it's going to be put on properly, because some guys I've seen go like this when it should be rolled down, and you squeeze and roll, and so that's for me is a way to kind of make sure that I can check that it's been put on properly. And it also seems to be less problematic for the male erection. So because I think it's just to be lying back and expecting the guy to kind of perform in that vulnerable moment, it can make you feel vulnerable because you're lying there naked, and then he's feeling kind of under pressure because he has to kind of get it on quick and get it in before he loses the erection, you know. So I think maybe my suggestion would be to get more involved at that time and try and make the condom moment a bit more erotic. I mean, you could perhaps blindfold him or something and then put it on him and then have sex, you know. I think maybe take control of that situation, but don't try with your mouth or anything stupid like that, because that's not really the safest way, and that's another terrible lesson that you might see in porn as well. But there's no condoms in porn usually. But when I've seen condoms in porn, the few times I have, I've seen it haven't been put on properly, and then this thing with the mouth, and it's just like, well, what was the point of that? If you're gonna, I think it's a real pity, because I think the porn industry could eroticize safe sex, you know. That would be something good that it could do, but they don't. So yeah, so I think it's definitely important to get more involved in that moment, and you have to be very understanding as well, and maybe trying not to have penetration sometimes would be a good idea, to focus on massage, sensuality, and just foreplay. Maybe have a session with only manual stimulation, another session with only oral stimulation, you know, and just kind of get the condom even out of it, because I think a lot of sexual encounters do take the sequence of kiss, undress, caress, oral sex optional, and then penetration at the end. And of course the condom moment kind of disrupts that whole flow. So that's my advice to you, is to change it up. Have some times without a condom, not sex without a condom, but having a sexual encounter without penetration. So that's something I would definitely recommend. And it's really interesting that he's actually being so honest with you about fantasizing and clips popping into his mind. I wouldn't worry about that too much, because I just wouldn't worry about it too much. I think it's been 2 months, and there will be maybe a time when you will start getting turned on by different things. But I think you can't really police or control someone's fantasies, and I think what's important is the sensation when you're together. And I don't know, I don't think you can cry. I don't know, it's a bit difficult really, but I don't think that's anything to worry about so much. I think it's still early days. But another thing I would recommend is, hang on a second, let me find something. Back again. So these two books I really enjoyed: The Art of Sexual Magic by Margot Anand, and this one, The Healing Love Through the Tao, Mantak Chia. They might be a bit woo-woo, I'm not sure if you're into that, but this is Tantra and this is Taoism, and it's both kind of Eastern philosophy, West sacred sexuality, and how it really explores intimacy between two people. And I find it really erotic and such a turn on how intimacy can be created and promoted and really exaggerated somehow. I think it's really, really, really exciting. And if you're just focusing on boom, 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 it's not quite the same thing. Whereas you can have sex with your body, but you can also have sex with your soul and your heart and your minds. Oh my God. But for me anyway, these books that I found very erotic. For example, really creating an intimate atmosphere. For example, have you spoken to your boyfriend about his penis, how he feels about it, and just really talking about your genitals to each other, and maybe what you could do to spice things up. Also from the is to actually have some role plays that could be similar to pornographic scenes, but you could give it your own twist. And that's not for everyone, but I mean, I found that very erotic myself, because sometimes if you want to spice things up, you want to live something that's not quite in your own persona, you could play a little and pretend to be someone else for the night or the afternoon, and that can be a way to kind of express certain fantasies that you might not normally share in your relationship. But anyway, if anyone else has any tips or suggestions about this topic, about helping a partner get over their porn addiction, then please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you have any suggestions for new videos or questions, then please don't hesitate to contact me at venusohara.org or add me on Instagram at venusohara. Thanks for watching.